Hello everybody and welcome back to the NXcast podcast. This is our third episode. I am Tom from the Nintendo Extremist and today I am being joined by
Hive.
Ambience.
And in case you guys may have noticed there, we are missing a member. Unfortunately Matt couldn't make it tonight or today. Unfortunately, Matt was a great guy. We're all going to miss him today. And everyone put in the comments RIP Matt. Even though he's not dead or anything, but He is to us. Okay.
As far as YouTubers, yeah.
Oh, guys. That was a little joke that I had in Discord. Yes, it was not very funny. But anyway, guys, today we've got some more topics for you guys. And this is probably going to be a short episode just because, we are member down and we're a topic down. So I think I'm going to start with my topic. And my topic is Minecraft. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody who's a gamer, or at least, everyone's heard of Minecraft. It's definitely one of the most popular games up to 2010s, and probably all time, I would say. Definitely up there. This year's actually going to be officially the game's 10-year anniversary, for the actual full game, not just the alpha and beta games. So I thought maybe to talk about Minecraft and basically just any stories that we've got about Minecraft. So I'll start with one of mine. I was pretty late to Minecraft, not gonna lie. I got it on the Xbox 360 in 2013, so I was a bit behind everybody else, and it's funny because I didn't know what I was doing on my first time playing it. I was like, what am I doing here? And I was on survival, and it just didn't end well. And then I rage quit, didn't play the game for like 3 weeks until my mates from school were like, we'll help you out. And then from there, I just loved the game. I started playing it a lot more on my own. It was just really fun. I enjoyed playing it a lot. And I think what's great for us is that, well, we're all so close in age, so and obviously we grew up with Minecraft, as we became teenagers and stuff. So I think it's very close to our hearts more than other people. But in fairness, Minecraft's one of those games which is I think it's influenced a lot of people in different variety of age groups. You've got kids today who are playing it, and they've been playing Minecraft, and even older people, people who now are in the 20s and 30s who played Minecraft when they were in university or something like that. So I think Minecraft's it's one of those games which I think is, especially in the last 4 years or so, we've definitely taken for granted. I think because it's definitely it's I won't say it's changed gaming, but it's definitely helped branch gaming out to other age groups. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, Minecraft was my first introduction to the idea of playing online against people. And I remember my first experience with Minecraft was actually on the tablet. I believe there was a Minecraft demo edition where you couldn't log out, because if you logged out, your worlds weren't saved, and there was only creative. And I distinctly remember my brother making this massive water slide out of glass and stuff, and water buckets, and I accidentally exited out, and he wouldn't speak to me for a week. So I'm sure if I ask him, he'll remember that. But yeah, and obviously I remember, I don't know if you've heard of what a Raspberry Pi is. It's a small computer, and there was a version of Minecraft on that, and I played that for about 3 or 4 years before I actually got the real Minecraft. And if you look up gameplay of Minecraft on the Raspberry Pi, it's pre-alpha. So yeah, I think we've all got good memories with it. I don't think it's possible not to if you've played it, because I think it's just so simple but so fun.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
I think
it's really cool.
Sorry,
I think it's a really cool experience personally. Yeah, that's okay. I probably didn't have as many experiences with it as you guys did. I did play it growing up. I didn't play it extensively. The only thing I really remember is my friend at the time tricking me into blowing up my own house with TNT. Basically, he made a TNT launcher and said we were going to have a battle, and then he just didn't put the thing in that would launch the TNT, so I just lit it and it blew everything up, and I did not speak to him for about 3 days, and that's really my only memory with him.
Oh, TNT launchers. And also, hi, by the way, I'm currently watching something on Minecraft Pi, and oh my god.
Minecraft Pi Edition's not the greatest, but the cool thing about Minecraft Pi is there's actually a programming language. I don't know if you know anything about that, called Python, and you can program things in auto building houses and Like someone made this mod of like every 15 seconds a meteor, like a volcano erupts. And honestly, if you're a programmer, it is cool. It's like how to mod, but super easy. But for regular players, it's probably the worst version of Minecraft that you can get right now. It is free though, so if you don't have money but you have a Raspberry Pi, I guess that's some way you could do it.
I mean, in my first year of high school or secondary school, yeah, we used Python in the ICT, and yeah, I'm surprised you could actually use it to like make a game like Minecraft, because but I mean, again, like Minecraft back in like Minecraft Alpha days, it was a really simple game compared to what it is now, like both modes wise and graphics wise. So it doesn't really surprise me, I suppose. But well, that is definitely something I didn't know about that. And also something else I think with Minecraft is, I don't want to say like this part was definitely influential in helping the game grow, but I think the YouTubers who played Minecraft back when it was like first popular back in like 2011, 2012, like the likes of Sky does Minecraft, Jacksepticeye, and even on Xbox you had Stampede, Dan TDM, people like that.
Dan TDM.
And I think if I don't know about you, but I don't think had I watched those YouTubers as much as I did, I don't think I would have probably played Minecraft as much.
Yeah, I think it was definitely the YouTubers, because let's say a game like Super Mario Odyssey, okay? It's a story-based game, and once you're done, you can go back and play it, but like there's not no point, but it's not the best thing you can do with your time. Whereas Minecraft, yeah, you can beat the Ender Dragon, but the game doesn't end. You can still build massive houses, and I think it's the never-ending aspect, and the mods gave it life.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, I think another thing like texture packs. Again, like it's another very influential thing, because just the fact that you can change the way how your game looks is revolutionary, I think.
Yeah, with just literally the click of a button. Like, it's so incredible how the community around Minecraft made it something special. And I really, really thank everyone who did that, because I know I found like, even in real life, you just bond with people over Minecraft. Like I made friends in primary school, like or for you Americans, like I think it's elementary school, by just simply saying, "Hey, do you guys like Dan TDM?" And they're like, "Yeah, we like Minecraft." And then we all got out our tablets on like the last day of school when we were like 7, and we just started playing Minecraft together, and it was just a great experience. And I think you can't not like Minecraft. I don't think there's anyone that says I hate Minecraft, because I don't think you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Minecraft just means so many things to so many different people. I don't think it's one topic that you can just say that you absolutely hate. Like there's something for everyone. And that's really the appeal, I think, of games like Minecraft and Gary's Mod, that just allow you to shape your own game, basically.
Definitely. And then, is it funny how you mentioned about how you made friends with Minecraft at school? Because when I was like 10 or 11, I was in my last year of like the junior school, and the school got like a bunch of Macs, and one kid in my class, I'm not gonna say who, maybe me, managed, because I don't think I remember back in like 2014. You could actually get Minecraft for free if you knew how.
Yeah.
To Java, and someone actually went onto the school computer during one lunch break and actually managed to download Minecraft onto the computer. And believe it or not, that actually evolved into Minecraft Club. Like the school actually had a club where you could go in and play Minecraft like on a server. It was absolutely mint.
Wow.
That's incredible. I remember it was Raspberry Pi, and basically what you can do is hop on to like local. If you're on the same Wi-Fi network, you can hop on local. And I remember we made this massive like we made a replica of our school. This is like literally when Minecraft Pi just came out, so it didn't look very good. It was built by a bunch of young children, but I distinctly remember me and a couple of my other friends who went to this like programming after school thing. It was like once a month on Saturdays. It actually got cancelled just after COVID, and it's not coming back. So it's quite sad. I feel like I've been doing it for years, but basically TNT didn't work in the game, and they had it as decorations because TNT out of Raspberry Pi, like out of the gate, it does not work. You have to program in the ability for it to light. You have to like punch it to make it light. And we programmed it in, and we actually got banned from Raspberry Pi Minecraft for life for the rest of my years of school because we blew up a massive world. And I honestly, it's little things like that. You look back and just laugh at how you just wanted to have fun with a game that just let you have fun. And I really think that's the core to Minecraft's strengths. You go to someone, even Ambience, you barely played the game, but you remember stuff about it. Like I'm thinking about
it.
Let me think. I don't know. I'll take Mario Odyssey as an example. I have beaten that game twice. I cannot tell you a single thing bar the first time I played it. And I remember like a glimmer of that because my friend gave it to me for my birthday. Other than that, I can't remember anything. But with Minecraft, I can just remember little things. Me and my brother found a chicken that was like buried in lava, but it survived. And we named him Ralph. And he just sort of lived with us. I mean, like, it's just, there's so many good things. And even when Minecraft was in its infancy, it was like 1.0, it was still really, really fun. And there was so much to do.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Minecraft
That's like the magic of
game.
the game, I think, for people that grew up with it, is just, you can remember so much about it. It's crazy. I think that's why we're all into gaming, honestly. It's just memories like that.
Definitely. Hi, I mean, you already know about this, but me and Matt, we have our will on Minecraft on the Xbox, and
we might get censored for this.
Yeah. We have to say to thank God we're a very small channel, because this could, if we were bigger, we could get a lot of trouble for this. But we made a house that was basically just a pair of breasts. And in the right breast there is God there is a chicken concentration camp.
This is the first time I'm hearing about any of this. By the way.
Oh man, and yeah, just oh my God, guys. Okay, guys, I promise you, me and Matthew, we are not psychopaths. Okay.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Are you sure?
Dude, I won't pass. I won't put a passer, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not. But oh my God. Again, it's just stupid, just stupid crap like that. Like, it just again, it's just funny stories to look back on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, and okay, so moving away from that little thing, going back to the Minecraft YouTubers. I mean, even though there was Minecraft YouTubers who have done so much for not only us but for themselves as well, like who've made careers out of playing Minecraft. Obviously, unfortunately, there are the small minority of Minecraft YouTubers who've done a few naughty things, and I'm not going to get into it because we don't talk about that. But I think Minecraft, definitely towards the end of last decade, I sort of just been looked at as like a joke just because of these like few YouTubers who were known for playing Minecraft and have done these things. Which I think is definitely a huge shame. I mean, just feels weird how, you know, like there's kids like watching these people play Minecraft and then finding out like the dark truth about them. I mean, like, I won't say it hurts, but it's almost as if like this YouTubers just sort of just like lie to you.
Yeah, I think you thought they were this good person, but in reality they were just not a good guy.
So yeah, I think to wrap things up, Minecraft, huge game for a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people, and a game which looks as though it's definitely on the rise again. I think when PewDiePie and Ninja started playing it in like mid 2019, people started playing it again because they're such big YouTubers
and with like now the Dream SMP, Tommy in it, Wilbur. So like it's definitely, I'm not gonna say here to stay, but I don't see Minecraft dying in the next year.
Definitely not.
It will definitely last for the next several years.
And then before we move on to our next topic, it wouldn't be anything related to Nintendo streamers without us plugging something, because that's what we do. So basically, in terms of Minecraft, me, Hive, and a few other people have this SMP going ourselves. It's called TIDAL SMP. I think the only video of it is on my channel, I think, because Hive was still working on yours, and the other person called Rel, he couldn't record it for whatever reason. And so basically, if you like Minecraft, if you like watching SMPs, if you like us, then I recommend watching the first episode, which is currently on my channel right now. And if you are a YouTuber and you're interested, then there's a video on both mine and Hive channels, which will take you to an application form in case you're interested. So, alright, shameless plug out the way. Hive, if you want to begin with your topic.
Yeah, so my topic of choice is actually the whole Mario Kart franchise, starting with Super Mario Kart and ending with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at the minute. And I'm not going to be talking about the arcade titles because no one knows about them. But yeah, I just want to talk about how Mario Kart went from being an experiment of sorts to literally Nintendo's one of their most profitable series or IPs. And I really think if you look at Mario Kart, I think it definitely went. The first game, which me and Tom had a bit of a laugh of before the recording started, the first game is not good. But I think Nintendo learned from this and actually came back. Now, I know most of you guys probably haven't played the first Mario Kart game, but the best way I can describe it is the entire track is covered in oil and your steering wheel is loose. Because I don't know if you've played Super Mario Kart yourselves, but it literally feels like you're on a slip and slide, and it's incredible.
Yeah, it is really bad. I mean, my first experience playing Super Mario Kart was on the Switch's SNES Online, and I mean, I've heard that the game was really bad, but when I first played it, I was like, oh my god, I'm literally at a water park. It's literally so slippery. It's hot. It was awful. I mean, like, when you've played like Mario Kart tracks which have terrible ice physics, that's just throughout this whole game. And it's funny when Super Mario Kart got the Vanilla Lake tracks, which are ice tracks, and those tracks feel like they feel no different to the other tracks.
It's just the same slippery. It's like they forgot to. Like they put ice physics on, but just forgot to remove it from every other track in the game. That's literally what the game feels like.
Yeah, it's definitely what to avoid. But if you are a pro MLG gamer, then play at your own risk.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, like, I wouldn't recommend. Like, if you actually want to have fun and don't want to get annoyed, play literally any other Mario Kart at all. Just don't play the first one. So now we've got the train wreck. The only Mario Kart game that I would actively not want to play is the first one. Now that we're looking at Mario Kart 64, which is the second one. And personally, I think Ambience. Did you play this game before?
I have not played the game. I have watched a lot of footage on YouTube.
Okay. But the best way I can describe it is, if there was one game that had to be described as Mario Kart, like, give me the most basic Mario Kart in the world, just simple Mario Kart, I would give them 64. And it can't be nostalgia for me. I wasn't alive when the console came out, so I can say from a pretty neutral standpoint that it's not nostalgia. And I think it's fair for me to say that when it comes to Mario Karts, it's definitely in the upper band of fun. And there's no customizable carts like in 8 and 7 and 8 Deluxe. There's no kart selection in all of the games that came after it, besides the GBA title. It's just solid physics, solid drifting, great track selection, and a great character roster. And honestly, I can pick it up as someone who has no emotional attachment to it and still have fun. And I think that really makes a game good, is whenever a game is easy to pick up and have fun with, but if you want to take time to get better, it's even more fun when you master it. And I think Mario Kart 64 is definitely one of the best games that use that example.
I think the thing is, right, I'm in the same boat as you, because Mario Kart 64 came out before any of us were born, and there's no nostalgia there. But for me, I've just I can see why it's fun, but I've never liked it. To be honest with you, I think okay, it was an N64 game, so fair enough. I'm expecting it to be a masterpiece because none of the games really were. But the thing is, I think a big problem with me playing the game is that I've grown up with two Mario Kart games, them being DS and Wii, who by many people consider those to be like amongst the best two Mario Kart games in the series. So when I go back to play Mario Kart 64, I don't see the appeal. I mean, I can see why people enjoy it. Obviously, it can be a fun game, but if you're playing it properly, it can be the most infuriating game ever to play. Because as someone who, I mean, I only started playing the game like just less than a year ago, and I've beaten the game through twice at least, and I just can't get I just don't like playing the game. It's just not for me personally. But again, I mean, like I think one of the big reasons why it's liked so much is because the battle mode, like the battle mode Mario Kart 64 is fantastic.
One of the best for sure.
It's just if you're playing, I mean, fair enough. If you're playing with friends and if you having like a chill session, it's all right. But if you're trying to beat the game, it can be infuriating as hell.
Especially I feel like it's definitely the most punishing. Like if you get hit by a red shell, you're
done.
Basically, like you literally fall for about 45 seconds before your cart finally stops rolling over. But yeah, I think the best way to sum up Mario Kart 64 is simple, but I don't think there is any reason to go back to it.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to play like the middle here since I've never played the game, but I have watched quite a bit of footage on YouTube, and I generally like the game. I think the thing about Mario Kart 64 and a lot of N64 games, because I know Tom doesn't really like the N64 very much from watching his videos. I think that a lot of the titles, obviously I'm a little bit biased here because of Super Mario 64, but I think that a lot of the titles are a little bit overrated today, mostly because of nostalgia value, because of people growing up with them. But I think for the time in the mid 90s, they were absolutely amazing games. Like no one had seen anything really of this caliber before the PlayStation could start to match it. But I think it was really amazing for its time, and even if it is overrated today, then I think Mario Kart 64 in particular was a huge step up for the Mario Kart franchise and for Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Like if you look at games, I'm not talking about like gimmicky features like anti-gravity or customizable carts. If you actually look at which game made the biggest jump forward in playability and fun factor, it has to be from Super Mario Kart to Mario Kart 64. Because Super Mario Kart was such a train wreck. Mario Kart 64, while not perfect, when it comes to the actual driving controls, I think they're pretty solid. I mean, like, it's sometimes I slip off the track, but I pick them up and I could easily pull off drifts without smacking the walls straight away.
With Mario Kart 64, it took me a while to master the drifting. Because it's... Although it is very good, it takes a while to master it. And for a while, I was just turning normally. But even so, like, turning normally, I don't think it's actually being as good as it is in a Mario Kart game. Because like, you can turn normally, and it's almost as if you're drifting when you're not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I think...
It sort of reminds me of, like, automatic on the Wii.
Yeah, I was about to say that, yeah.
Yeah. And now the next entry, I believe, was the GBA. I don't know if I got this right, but...
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, that's correct, good. And now when it comes to the GBA, I think the best way to describe it is a child, like a Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64 had a child. Super Circuit for the GBA.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's got the graphics of SNES, sort of, like, better a bit, but, like, it feels a lot like 64. And while it didn't do anything to actually innovate, at the time, it was amazing because of you got a portable Mario Kart, like that's unheard of. Now, obviously, it's sort of in the same boat as Mario Kart 64. Besides, like, there really isn't no reason. There's nothing special about it. There's nothing like, oh, I want to play it for, I don't know, 2 players, like Double Dash. It's just Mario Kart. Like, it's just simple. And yeah, I think nowadays it's irrelevant, but for the time, for sure, it was definitely fun.
I think with Super Circuit, it's definitely, I won't say it's the most forgotten about Mario Kart, but I think people talk about that one less, which is a shame because I think Super Circuit, if you look at all of the original tracks on the game, Super Circuit for me in the whole series, it's got one of the best selection of tracks, I think, because there's just so many just hidden gems on there which unfortunately haven't really seen created in the new Mario Kart games, just because for whatever reason the people working who program Mario Kart just don't like to use SNES and GBA tracks. Which, I mean, SNES fair enough because SNES tracks are plain simple, but the GBA tracks actually are really good. I mean, I think it was only until Mario Kart 8 DLC where we saw Ribbon Road and Cheese Land remade, and people were like, what? Because Ribbon Road was a completely new track in my eyes, because it was so different to the original Super Circuit, but still had it was the same track layout. Yeah, it was just it looked amazing. I think Super Circuit, I think it's a really underrated game because it's got everything good about 64, with the few things that was good about SNES. I mean the very few things that were good about SNES,
such as being able to move forwards.
Yeah, but I think Super Circuit, it's such a shame because again it was really good because it was the first portable Mario Kart game. But what I think what makes it so just forgotten about is the fact that it literally is just a hybrid of SNES and N64 with new tracks. That's literally what it is, which is a huge shame. But
yeah, I think if I'm just gonna look at driving mechanics wise, it's just standard. But the tracks as well, like one of my favorite tracks on Wii is GBA Bowser's Castle 3, and like it's just a solid game. Now, obviously, like it gets completely outclassed by nearly every single Mario Kart because it doesn't really, in my eyes anyway, it's just my opinion. If it doesn't matter how good a Mario Kart game controls, or how good tracks are, if it controls awful, there's no point. Like SNES Ghost Valley 2 is probably the only Super Nintendo track that's actually good. And it's awful on SNES because SNES controls so bad. But on the Wii, on Mario Kart Wii, it controls, or it's amazing. Well, not amazing. It's fun because the Wii controls so much better. And I feel like it's not really the tracks that make a game. They definitely help, but I feel like the main thing for a Mario Kart is definitely the controls.
Definitely.
And then, yeah. It's just the most important thing. Like if a game or a Mario Kart, even especially a racing game, if it doesn't control well, what do you have?
Super Mario Kart.
Yeah, exactly. It's a roasting Super Mario Kart again. And then after Super Mario Kart, we got probably the first game in the series that had a gimmick, and that was Double Dash. Now, Double Dash, I feel like you either love it or you hate it. And I feel like, obviously, let's just talk about what it introduced, because there might be some people who don't know what Double Dash is. And basically, you could drive with two characters at once. You have to pick two instead of one. And there's just the standard characters like Mario, Peach, Luigi, Wario, and things like that. And then you also have Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Bowser, Bowser Jr., and Petey Piranha and King Boo. And each set of characters had its own like specific item. Like Mario and Luigi were a pair, and they had fireballs that they could throw. And Peach and Daisy were a pair, and they had this like sort of ring of invincibility. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong were a pair, and they had this massive banana. Baby Mario, Baby Luigi had a chain chomp. Bowser Jr. had a massive shell, and Petey Piranha and King Boo could get one random one. And I feel like when it comes to the game idea, it was good. But where I feel like Double Dash falls a little bit short is the controls. Tom, what do you think about that and ambience?
I mean, all you have to do is just look at my live stream playing Double Dash, and that is a great example of how hard the controls are to adapt to, especially if you haven't played the game in a long time. Because, Double Dash. I mean, I think Double Dash it had to be different from the first three, because the first three games, okay, they were simple, But now you're moving into the 21st century. You've got to start upgrading the games more. I think with Double Dash, one of the games which I like about the game is that you can unlock stuff because you couldn't in the first 3 games. And I think just the fact that you can unlock stuff just completely changed things. I mean, I'll quick out the way. I mean, Toad and Toadette were unlockable characters. Just let's put that. But
pity that Toad is actually in the game, but I digress.
Just we'll just ignore Toad here. If only Matt was here, man, he could have ripped into Toad right now. That would have been the perfect opportunity to, but we move. I think because you unlock Peter Pan and King Boo when you complete the Mirror Star Cup, which is like the third last cup you play, which I think is a shame because those 2 characters they're overpowered because they have access to everybody's special items. However, I think both of the class are pretty good. But one thing I hate about Petey Piranha Mario Kart Double Dash is that his head is massive. You can't see.
His head is humongous.
and you can't see past it sometimes, which is really frustrating, which is why I always use King Boo with Waluigi. Just because I just can't see past Petey Piranha's head. But Double Dash, I think... obviously that tried something new that did, and it worked massively. Just the only thing that lets the game down for me is the controls. Now, I've heard people say that they like the controls, which... I mean, people are entitled to their own opinion, but I mean, it's different. I'll give them that, but apart from that, it's not very good.
I feel like the best. I'm actually just gonna, because I've got it loaded up here. I'm just gonna, like, the best way to describe it is Mario Kart 6 Super Circuit felt like you were constantly racing on ice. Mario Kart 64 felt really tight and like you were on a road. It felt like normal, like it wasn't weird. Mario Kart Double Dash feels like whenever you're just steering normally, it feels like you're racing on ice, but whenever you're steering on, like, with a drift, I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but it sort of feels like you're cutting, like, it's like you're on a dune buggy. It's like there's no bounce to it. Like, whenever you start to drift, you don't like jump up and curve out. You literally just start sliding in the same direction that you were moving in. And like, I think it's whether you love it or you hate it. Personally, I'm kind of indifferent. Like, it is definitely one of the weaker controlling, not counting SNES. It's definitely on the bottom half, in my opinion. But I mean, like, you can use it. It's controllable. So yeah, I think personally, I haven't got that much of a gripe with it. Like, I haven't got a massive like stigma against it. But the best way to describe it is you're racing on a dune buggy instead of a car. It feels like there's no momentum. It just feels like you're racing without sort of the bounciness of every other Mario Kart game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Double Dash is another one that I never played, so I'm just going off of what I know about it from other people. I can respect what Nintendo's trying to do. I think this is where they started trying to figure out what made a good Mario Kart game besides just simplicity. So I can respect what they were trying to do with the new mechanics and stuff, but this was really their first attempt at something like this. I think it is reasonably fun to play in multiplayer, even if it doesn't control very well, but it's just not a good single-player experience, in my opinion. So, once again, I can respect the concept of what Nintendo was trying to go for, but I don't think the execution was very great.
Yeah, and just one thing before we move on to Wii, which I can't wait to talk about Wii, I'd say what I said previously was for nearly every Mario Kart, all of them actually, there's no reason to go back to it. But for Double Dash, there is a reason, because no other Mario Kart game feels quite like it. And it's definitely the Mario Kart that is the most different. 100%. Like Wii, yeah, it's got like inside drift bikes and wheelies. Yeah, it's different, and it is game changing, don't get me wrong. That completely changes the game. But Double Dash is definitely the game that if someone said you have to pick 2 Mario Kart games to choose from forever, I would definitely bring Double Dash simply because it's the most different and probably the most diverse of all the Mario Karts to date.
Yeah.
Then Wii came out shortly after, and I feel like Wii also, I mean, like, it's fairly mixed, but definitely more positive than negative. And I think we all know why. Out of all of the games, inside drift bikes are probably the best controlling vehicle in a Mario Kart game to date.
Yeah.
Obviously, it released and you had the option to play with motion controls for the first time ever. And it's a gripe for a lot of people. I don't mind the motion controls. Obviously, I use nunchuck now. I just use the joystick. It's so much more fun whenever you use it. But whenever we look at what the game actually introduced, first thing that it introduced was the tricking system, which basically means there's a little window of time, and if you can like perfectly time it, and if you either shake your controller or press a button if you're not using the motion controls, you can do a little trick which gives you a speed boost whenever you land on the ground, and it gives your character a little animation. So it really gives it a really cinematic feel to the game. And then the next thing that it introduced was bikes. Now bikes are pretty cool, because obviously they can wheelie. So if you're on a straightaway, you can wheelie and pick up more speed than if you're just driving normally. And select 9 of the bikes in the game can do instant, which basically allows you to drift tighter, and is probably the most overpowered thing Mario Kart has ever had, are inside drift vehicles. They basically have world records on all of the tracks except one. So yeah, maybe it's a bit OP, but it definitely adds to the personality of the game, sort of a hectic feel. So what do you guys think about Wii?
I love Wii. I mean, I can sit here for an hour or so. I can just say all the good things about it, because it's Mario Kart Wii. I mean, although it wasn't the first Mario Kart game I played, it's definitely the one which I've definitely played the most of any Mario Kart game. Cause I've put in so many hours in that game over the last 12 years that I've had it, and it's honestly it's amazing. I think this again, one thing because like I said about Double Dash, about unlocking stuff in Mario Kart Wii, you can sit there for ages and unlock stuff because there's so much to do, which is what
I'm pretty sure it's actually got the most unlockables of every single Mario Kart.
I think so, because I think you can unlock, I think it's 16 characters, I think, no, 14 characters. 14 characters you can unlock,
and there's a bunch of different vehicles.
Yeah, there's like how many vehicles would you say? Like, I'm trying to think.
There's 10 for each weight class or something like that. But there's loads. There's loads of vehicles.
That's the point. There's loads of stuff to do. It's just amazing. I mean, I think also the character roster is the best in a Mario Kart game.
Because of Funky Kong and solely Funky Kong.
Funky Kong, and also just the fact that Baby Luigi, he's a good second.
Definitely close. But Funky Kong's definitely the reason that I go back to Wii so much. That's a joke. But Ambience, have you had any experiences with Wii?
Actually, it was the third game, I believe, that I ever played growing up after New Super Mario Galaxy. So I have quite a lot of fond memories with it. I don't think I ever unlocked anything, or everything rather, in the game, and I haven't played it super recently, but I definitely have a ton of good memories with it. I think that this is the definitive Mario Kart for me. Like, Nintendo tried to make a good and interesting game with Double Dash. It didn't turn out exactly the way they wanted it to. And then you move on the Wii and everything just fits. Like, it clicks. It feels really good to play. It controls very well. The item balance, I think, is pretty whack. But anything other than that, I feel like is actually really good. The tracks are fun. It controls very well. It's definitely one of my favorite games on the Wii. I think it's one of the best as well. And it's just amazing also for a game that came out in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Item balance.
Item balance. We'll just ignore that. We're trying to make it seem as good as we possibly can.
Yeah.
But I'd say... We're forgetting the one big thing that probably makes Mario Kart Wii now, in my books, the #1 most replayable, and that is online. Now, the Mario Kart channel online got shut down a couple of years back, along with every single Wii game, because obviously Nintendo moved on to the Wii U, and there was no reason. So after they went down, a lot of people were sad, but a couple people, and I know one of them is called Mr. Bean, and I forgot the other one, made CTGP, And CTGP is basically custom online servers with custom tracks. And to this day, it is running. You can install CTGP on a homebrew Wii and play online with people across the globe. And it is absolutely incredible. And I think that's really what makes Wii special. The fact that there's so much to do nowadays as well. You can play online. You can get friends on it, like friend your friends and just race them. And I feel like it brings the pros of the newer games being online, but it keeps the pros of just being a really, really solid game.
Definitely. I mean, I've mentioned this a few times in like top tens and stuff like that, but like CTGP definitely it's kept Mario Kart Wii alive in my opinion, because I think had it not been made, I don't think Mario Kart Wii would have been as well. Like I don't think anyone would be playing it nowadays. But the thing with CTGP is it's just, again, like you said, like it's just fantastic. You can play over 250 tracks online against people, and I think the fact that thousands of people across the world still play it today, and the game's going to be 13 years old this year. So my Kart Wii is literally 4 years younger than me. And people still playing it today, and I think the fact that people still have their Wiis is because of Mario Kart Wii.
Like the only reason I have my Wii hooked up is because of Mario Kart Wii and no other reason. Like it is the only Wii game that I think people. It's the only Wii game currently that has several like videos being made on it. Like Troy W or TWD98. He literally makes like, I don't know how many views he gets, but he's like 300,000 subscribers, and he's a Mario Kart Wii channel, which is a game that came out years ago, like over a decade ago, and it's still amazing. And I think that's it. It's the community around Mario Kart Wii that really makes it what it is today. What do you guys think?
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah, I think absolutely. Like, this is the Mario Kart that everyone can rally around, and I think everyone can just agree that this is a good entry in the series, regardless of how old they were when they played it.
Like, I think if I had to say best Mario Kart Wii, hands down, combined track selection, I'm pretty sure it was the first one to introduce retro tracks as well.
That was actually DS.
Yeah,
DS
that was
actually came out before
DS.
Wii.
Right,
I didn't want to interrupt you guys, but we kind of completely skipped over that.
I was thinking that as well.
After.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. I didn't want to say anything. I was assuming that we're going to just cover it anyway.
Yeah, well, that's all right, because I was going to move on to that one next. But anyway, well, my point was that retro tracks. The idea of retro tracks, while they may not have been introduced in Wii, they brought all of those good tracks from all of those trash games, SNES, and actually turned them into good tracks. Like think I mentioned earlier, SNES Valley 2. You can literally use one of the worst vehicles in the game and still play it amazingly because of how well they incorporated it. And I think a lot of people complain about the graphics, believe it or not, on Mario Kart Wii, and I don't really get that, because I think it definitely it doesn't look amazing. Unless you use like S-Video, it actually looks blurry. But a lot of people say Double Dash looks better than it, and that is debatable. But yeah, I think just to close off on Mario Kart Wii before I move on to DS, which I definitely didn't forget about. Is controls wise when it comes to inside drifting bikes, and yeah. Now DS is probably the one most people would remember as a close second to Wii. I certainly do. I remember playing DS on my DS, believe it or not.
Wow.
I remember playing it, and I feel like if DS came out on a home console, it would definitely be number one in a lot of people's minds. For the simple reason that it controls incredibly well. It is the tightest feeling Mario Kart. It's like if Mario Kart 64 had perfect controls, that is how I would describe the controls of the game. It was like just perfect. And you were able to snake from side to side, building up even more speed. So the skill gap was there. Once again, it's really, really fun to get into, but to master, it takes time, being able to snake and such. But I feel like, especially when it comes to one thing that I think Wii does or DS does fall flat on, though, is definitely the character roster.
Mm.
Like, I know a lot of people think that it's really good, and a lot of people think it's really bad. Honestly, Rob, I don't understand why they added him. I don't mind, but what? Like, I mean, come on. And one thing I want to say before I ask you guys a couple of questions on what you think, graphics-wise, it either looks solid, like, obviously for the time. I was like, wow, you can have Mario Kart in 3D on your thing, and you don't even have to play Super Circuit. That's incredible. But whenever you look at, like, it they look like blocks. They look like Lego blocks, and I don't want to be mean in that way, but especially a model Donkey Kong literally looks like a donkey, not even a gorilla. He looks like a donkey. But yeah, and track selection is amazing. So, what do you guys think about the game as a whole?
It was the first Mario Kart game I ever played, and yeah, I can agree with you. Like, I mean, like, when I first went back to Mario Kart DS at the end of like 2019, I was like, was this game did this game look as bad when I was younger? Because I was so surprised. I was like, what am I looking at? Because the graphics for a 2005 game are absolutely terrible. I'm sorry, but they are.
Oh, yeah.
I think, I mean, and even compared to like other DS games, like the graphics weren't as bad. Like, I think one example, Mario 64 DS, the graphics are not for like the one of the DS launch games look really good for the DS, and then look at Mario Kart DS now. God, but graphics aside, Mario Kart DS is such a like nostalgic game because I mean, Mario Kart DS was my first introduction, believe it or not, to Waluigi. And I think knowing the fact that I could unlock Waluigi after I play like a certain amount of cups, I was like, oh yes, I want to play this game so much because I just love it so much. But I mean, I think if Mario Kart DS drifting was a Mario Kart Wii would be the ultimate Mario Kart, even better than what it is.
Yeah, there'd be no reason to play DS. Yeah,
But
track selection though for DS.
DS, I definitely. I mean, like you got some cult classic. I mean, like Luigi's Mansion. I'm trying to think of top now.
Waluigi Pin. The fact that it has the best track.
How did I forget that? How did I forget Waluigi Pinball? TikTok Clock is another amazing one. I mean, it's just an amazing amount of tracks. And also, Mario Kart DS was the first attempt to bring back retro tracks, which we was lost in communication earlier. But
yeah,
I mean, I think with the Mario Kart DS retro tracks, it was definitely a trial because the retro tracks are absolutely terrible.
But I don't think they wanted to risk it on a massive home console. I think they were like, okay, we'll play it safe on the DS and just say it was due to technical limitations. Because that's what I would have done if I was.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like the works because they're very good, but and it's changed the series as we know today. I've made a video on it like months ago now, but it was definitely a good change. I mean, yes, okay, we've talked about the graphics, how bad they are, but apart from that, Mario Kart DS is a really good game, and it's definitely very close to my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about Mario Kart DS, I think if you were to write a review on it today, having never played it before, having no emotional attachment to the game, you probably wouldn't like it very much. But this game, I feel like, even more than Wii, just means something to a lot of people. This was the first or the second Mario Kart that a lot of people played, and I remember this game was like how I made friends, like back, probably like almost 10 years ago now. Like this was how I made friends. Is I would walk up and say, "Hey, you get a DS?" And then we just play Mario Kart DS basically for hours. So I think it's what the game means to a lot of people. It may not be great on a graphical level or as far as character roster goes, but I think that it really means something to a lot of people, being the first really good portable Mario Kart.
Definitely.
It's just I feel like just to round off Mario Kart DS. While it definitely has glaring weak spots, it's one of those Mario Kart games that I would say, yes, I want to go back and play this. Like, I would go back and play it. And that's the honest truth. It's like, if I had to pick a Mario Kart I feel like Mario Kart DS and Wii were definitely the final of the greats so far, of the great Mario Karts that were incredible. I
Yeah.
feel like the series took a slight dip after this, but we'll get onto that now. So Mario Kart 7, released for the 3DS a couple years back anyway. Quite old at this point. And as someone who has only played the game recently on my own DS, I actually played it on a friend's DS a couple of years ago. But as someone who's only played it on my own DS recently, with very little emotional attachment to the game, I remember wanting it as a kid, but never getting it because I didn't get a 3DS until 2 years ago for Christmas or something like that. The game is definitely a game. But is it a good game? That's where I don't really know, because it added so much. It added gliders, it added kart customization, it added a bee as a playable character. I don't know if that's a good thing. It had a first person mode. Obviously, it had 3D, but besides the gimmicks, there's not like it's sort of like, why would I play this? It's the same boat as like SNES Mario Kart. What is the purpose? And same with 64. Why would I play it? Because 8 and 8 Deluxe are literally just better versions of the game. That is what it is. That, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
I think Mario Kart 7 is the definition of a mediocre game, because I did play Mario Kart 7 as it first came out, like 10 years ago nearly now. Just mental to think about. But Mario Kart 7, I think it's like I said, it's a really mediocre game, because yes, it's not a bad game, or it's not. It's standard Mario Kart. But what they tried to add for me didn't work. I mean the gliders and the underwater mechanics, okay, good. But I think Mario Kart 7, especially with the I know this is gonna be so nitpicky, but the characters, sound clips, and the actual AVIs, the characters are so similar to Wii's, because they saw Wii success and thought, let's just put that on the new 3DS game.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried it and it didn't work for me, because I just think they're going back to what they tried with Super Circuit, where they're trying to trying to like use all the great parts of a good game and try to influence it on a new game, which hasn't worked this time around. And I think one problem I have with this game is the character roster. Now, I think this partly because I like seeing the usual faces, like your Waluigi's, your Diddy Kong, people like that. But Mario Kart 7, they introduced some new characters, which in fairness, okay, welcome additions. You know, you got Shy Guy, Lakitu, welcome additions, Metal Mario even, if you want to say that. But then you got Honey Queen and Wiggler.
Yeah, I
Why?
don't know what they're doing with Honey Queen. Probably trying to sell copies of Galaxy. That is my theory on why the game exists. But no, like, I don't know about you, Ambience and Tom, but the game, as Tom said, mediocre. Like, I would definitely pick it over the GBA game, Super Circuit, and Super Mario Kart, 100%. But other than that, I wouldn't really pick any other Mario Kart over it. Potentially 64 if I had to play it for a really long time. But if I had to pick up a Mario Kart and play for 15 minutes, this would definitely be near the bottom of the list. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think like Mario Kart 7 was really just a stepping stone toward 8 because it introduced a lot of new features. It kind of made you rethink how Mario Kart could be played, but it didn't really do a whole lot with those features. I feel like it wasn't interesting enough. So I feel like this was, like you guys said, mediocre. I think it was really just a stepping stone to 8, which is a better game. So I don't know. I'm glad it exists just because of what it brought to 8, but I probably wouldn't want to actively go back and play it.
Yeah.
I
feel
think.
like
Sorry, go ahead.
If 8 didn't exist, this game would have a purpose. But 8 does exist, so this game doesn't have a purpose. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
8 brought
Yeah.
so much, but like
It was only 3 years apart in release too.
I feel like it was definitely a testing of kart customization. I think they were testing to see if it was a concept that would catch on or if it would just be a flop, like Double Dash. And yeah, I think I mean, kart customization fits the franchise very well. I don't think that needs to be debated. But yeah, I feel like it definitely helped us get 8 Deluxe and 8, which are definitely in the top Mario Karts. They're definitely close there. But I feel like on its own, if I handed a kid 7, they would have fun. But if I handed a kid 8 or 8 Deluxe and then handed them 7, they just want to play 8 and 8 Deluxe. There's no purpose. Like, I guess you could say portability. And okay, portability, that's a good point. But the Switch is portable, so it actually has no purpose now, which is quite sad.
Yeah, which is definitely a shame. But I mean, I can definitely agree with that. I mean, I think it's harsh and it's one of the like worst Mario Kart games, like because I know that I haven't like said that, but if you were gonna list all the Mario Kart games, I think Mario Kart 7 slap bang in the middle, as in like it's probably, I mean, like if you've got your top, let's say your top 5 and your bottom 5, Mario Kart 7 is probably at the top of your bottom 5.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna write out all the names of the Mario Karts here because at the end I'm gonna ask you guys to rank them. But I think we've covered anything for 7. Mediocre, definitely good for the time. For the time, incredibly fun, but now sort of irrelevant. So now we're gonna move on to the second last of the current. Oh no, the third last because Mario Kart Tour. I forgot about that. So now we're going to talk about Mario Kart 8. And Mario Kart 8 is a game that I wanted. Same with 7. Never got it because I never got a Wii U. But before I even speak about 8, I just want to hear about your first impression of the game.
I never played Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, again, because I didn't have a Wii U. But honestly, like, Mario Kart 8 helped me actually discover the Wii U, because I didn't know it existed. I mean, we spoke about this on another podcast about the Wii U's marketing, but I saw Mario Kart 8 and I was like, you know what, this game looks beautiful, because Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are both visually stunning games. And Mario Kart 8 definitely is an upgrade to Mario Kart 7, but is it a downgrade to Mario Kart Wii at the same time?
Yeah.
Because I think it is.
Like, what do you think, Ambience?
I definitely think it is a downgrade compared to Wii. I actually did play the Wii U version of this game when it came out around 2014. So my first impressions of it, one thing that I distinctly remember being frustrated about is actually the fact that you unlock the character after every single game that you played.
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't feel right to me. It took away the satisfaction of unlocking characters completely, like what you would have to do in Wii, like completing special requirements just to unlock a certain character. I think that was actually one of the underrated parts of Wii, so I really don't like how they took that away in 8. I think the game does look very stunning graphically, especially on Switch. It is by far the best looking Mario Kart game, in my opinion. I think it is good. Like, I think it's definitely a top half or probably even a top 3 Mario Kart game. But I don't know. If I had a choice to play Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart Wii, honestly, I think I would play Mario Kart Wii.
Yes, I agree as well. Obviously we're gonna lump both games, 8 and 8 Deluxe. 8 Deluxe is 8 with all the DLC plus a couple of other characters. So we're just gonna lump them together. One thing though, anti-gravity, okay, no one cares. Like, I'm sorry, but I mean, I don't really like it. One thing that I love about 8, and I don't know if it's just me, graphically, it is stunning. Obviously, it's the best graphically Mario Kart game because it's on the most powerful Mario or Nintendo console, and that's just simply to be expected. But a weakness of the game is I feel like there's a lack of personality to it. It doesn't feel like a Mario Kart. It just feels like a kart racer. What do you guys think?
Definitely, I think one aspect of that is Mario Kart 8 DLC was the first to like bring in non-Mario characters to the roster. So you brought in Link, the Villager boy and girl, Isabelle, and then the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe you brought in the England boy and girl. And I think that's I think that's all the like non-Mario characters. And although they are welcome additions, it kind of just ruined the Mario Kart aspect of it anyway, because it just feels weird. Okay, you're playing as Luigi, you're racing on Swamp Ruins as an example, and then you see Link from Zelda is in second place, and you're like, what? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But at the same time, it's a nice addition, but it's just really weird.
Yeah, of course. I absolutely agree with you there. But I feel like one thing, and I don't know, this has to be a topic on a probably, well, it'll probably be my topic on next week's podcast. DLC. I hate the way that if I buy a game, I have to spend money to get a couple of extra characters, and they always. I feel like, especially in this game, I'm not going to talk about DLC. I'm just going to try to keep it Mario Kart oriented. But the fact that for one of the best, I'm pretty sure Link is DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, Link is DLC. The Master Cycle is one of the best. It's the best inside drift. Well, hybrid drift bike is the best sports bike in the game, and it's behind a paywall. It's a little bit scummy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like 8 definitely has the least character out of every Mario Kart game besides Tour and 7. But so the actual driving, no complaints. It feels incredible. It is so fast paced, and is the only Mario Kart that I can confidently beat everyone at playing, despite me not owning it. Like, me and my friends, we bought. It was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We brought a Switch into school, and first time picking up the game, I completely crushed everyone. But that's another thing. If we go back to what I was saying, it's so easy to pick up, but it's hard to master because I still couldn't pull off insane like purple drifts and things. I could only do I think it was the gold is the second best. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to Mario Kart, roster is sort of filler. Like, they could have added Funky Kong. I'm just gonna say it there, but um, it's definitely like deluxe compared to 8. Definitely a step up in the roster. The roster in 8 was probably the worst, besides Super Mario Kart.
They
But,
just-
okay, we're not. We just don't count that.
I think it's. I think like if you ignore if you ignore the original 3 games, Mario Kart 8 definitely had the worst roster.
Yeah, 100%. Like, no, I don't want to be mean, but the Koopalings. Why are there that many? You could have added Bowser Jr. wasn't even it. King Boo, Dry Bowser wasn't there. I don't think, was he?
He was DLC. So
He
yeah,
was he was behind a paywall.
yeah.
So yeah, like the big characters weren't there, and Funky Kong, he still hasn't been in the game, but whatever. And things like that. But tracks are good. I love the tracks in
Yeah.
8 and 8 Deluxe. When it comes to new stuff, obviously kart customization, but that's not really new. But the anti-gravity it sucks. Like, it not sucks, but it doesn't. You don't feel like you're driving upside down. You just feel like you're driving.
Yeah, there's just no difference at all. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I think there's one part on Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road at the very start where, okay, I mean, obviously you're in space, so anti-gravity, but it feels no different. Like, you could just as easy, like, drive normally.
Mm-hmm.
But it just feels no different. Again, I think they're trying to do what they did in Wii 7, where they're trying to bring something new to the game. And, like, you know what? We've brought in a lot of good stuff already. We've brought in stunts, we've brought in gliders. So let's just try and change the actual gameplay. So bring in anti-gravity. But it makes no difference to the game. And it's pointless being there.
Yeah, I feel like it. I get you get like a little speed boost, and it adds a good bit of skill. Like, you have to drift into people, but I don't know. Just closing things on 8 Deluxe Ambience. Have you got anything to say about the game, controls wise?
I think it does control really well. That's one of the positive things I can say about it. I definitely think it controls very well. One thing, like the last thing I really want to mention, you guys touched on this a little bit earlier, but the character roster for this game really doesn't make any sense, and I think that just takes away a lot of the charm of the previous entries, like Mario Kart Wii, that just had really great rosters. Like, it made a lot of sense. I don't know. It's more of a personal thing, but I just don't like the roster of 8 and 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, neither do I. Obviously, I'd say controls. If it didn't control well, it would have nothing. So now I want to talk about the final Mario Kart to date, the mobile game Mario Kart Tour, and I feel like it was definitely overhyped. When it comes to Mario Karts, it's the most pay-to-win thing ever. but it's a mobile game, so I guess I could let Nintendo off just this once. But I feel like one thing that it does well is bring back Funky Kong, but other than that, I don't like the way it plays. It should have been sideways for sure. But yeah, what do you guys think? Just about, have you played Tur? I assume you have because it was free.
Yeah, I have. Have you ever heard that phrase, a wolf in sheep's skin, or like a wolf under sheep's skin? So the wolf, in my opinion, is Mario Kart Tour, and the sheep's skin is a pay to win system. Because Mario Kart Tour, if you ignore the pay to win system, is a pretty good game. But the whole pay to win thing just completely ruined it for me, which is a shame. Because I can see why people like it so much because it's a good game. But the fact that you just have to pay it, so basically, well, you don't have to pay to unlock characters, because I've unlocked loads of characters like without paying like a penny or a cent. But the fact that in order to get top marks and everything, you basically got to pay to like get the right character, the right card combination. It's just it's awful, really. I think, and it's a shame because it's completely ruined a good game for me.
Like, I really wouldn't mind. Like, I'd probably still complain because, like, that's just how I am. But I wouldn't mind as much if carts and things didn't give it like an actual tactical advantage. Like, you literally specific cart combinations, glider combinations, and character combinations give you more items, make you faster. I think, and no, not faster, but just gives you more items. You literally, it is the most. You literally have to pay to get more items, to be able to hold more items. You can pay to get items instantly. So for people who want to spend money on the game, item boxes literally serve no purpose. So yeah, I don't know. Ambience, what do you think?
I've not personally played the game, so I can't really talk much about it. But really, the only thing that I want to talk about for it is the microtransactions, like Tom was talking about. I honestly don't like the way that games have microtransactions. Like, I miss when you could just buy a game on your PC, like Plants vs. Zombies, for example, or any console, and just get the whole game, like, up front. Like, you pay an upfront price, you get the whole game, you unlock everything by just putting time into it, and that's where, sorry, I wanted actual... I cannot speak. That's where I wanted games to stay, basically. So basically what I'm trying to say is I don't like the microtransaction direction that it went. I don't really like that on any game, but I personally haven't played it, so I can't really talk about anything else to do with it.
Like, I feel like definitely the microtransactions, especially in this game, it's a Mario Kart. Like, it was so sad to see it. It's literally like just the physical manifestation of Nintendo going downhill. It is like, it's the most. It actually disgusts me to see how the game came out and everyone was so hyped. I remember being in school and everyone tried to download it, but the servers were so full and we were going to go into a language class, and one kid got it to work, and but like, I don't know, he didn't really care. He just wanted to be the first one to do it, and he had it, and everyone was surrounding him. Like, short kids were on tall kids' backs. We were like staring at the phone, waiting, and we were like, "Wait, that's it?" Because the first, like, it was so disappointing. I was expecting so much, and I don't know if that's my fault for expecting so much, but I guess Nintendo, like, it's Mario Kart. Every Mario Kart until that point had some sort of good to it, besides Super Circuit, besides Super Mario Kart. But yeah, I think the biggest thing was they didn't live up to the expectations. If this was just some random kart racer, okay, but it was Mario Kart, so I just feel like it was wrong. What do you guys think?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, excuse me. I mean, like your story there about being like a little bit let down by just Mario Kart. I mean, like Mario Kart 2, I think came out like summer 2019. I didn't get it until probably like November that year. I just didn't really, I just didn't really care too much about it, to be honest with you. But when I did get it, I was like, this is it. I mean, like. It's just it was. I mean, I think it's a game which had so much potential. Which I think if it's a game, if it's on a console, it could potentially be one of the best Mario Kart games because it had great ideas, and if you actually were able to like accelerate yourself, it'd be a good game. But just the whole point system, the whole microtransaction thing completely ruined what could have been a great game. That's it's shame. Like, if you think about Mario Kart Tour, you immediately think about transactions.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I think of, is the fact that it's pay to win. One thing, though, that I really, really like is it actually brought back not character specific items, but certain characters have certain items that you can get, like special ones. Like, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I know one off by heart. Funky Kong has like these little cannons which fire bananas out in front of him, and you can like trip up racers. And I feel like it just adds that little extra bit of personality to the characters. I definitely think that should come back in Mario Kart 9. There has to be some character-specific items. It's the one part of Tour that actually made me want to reinstall it. Then I reinstalled it and realized how pay-to-win it was and deleted it 5 seconds later. But I was like, oh yeah, I like Double Dash. The fact, I don't really, like, Double Dash is good, but it's not the best. But there's a modern Mario Kart with support that has these characters, that have character-specific items. Sign me up. And then I download the game, and yeah, it's like on paper, a Mario Kart game on your phone in the same vein as Double Dash mixed with Mario Kart 7 mixed with DS. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, that's.
But then it's just a cheap sellout to make some more money in Nintendo's pockets.
It's a shame to say, but then again, it's a mobile game, so I mean, as much as it is like annoying and disappointing, at the same time, you're just not surprised at all, which I think probably cushions. I think it definitely cushions the blow a bit.
And one thing I just want to ask before, obviously we've been talking about Mario Kart for way too long, but I just want to ask you to rank it. I'll go first. In ranking all the Mario Karts. So I definitely say the worst is SNES. Super Mario Kart is the worst for sure. Then I think Super Circuit, then Tour, then 7, then 8, then 64, then Double Dash, then DS, then 8 Deluxe, then Wii. So what do you guys think?
I'm just writing down my list right now. I probably should have prepared ahead of time, but okay, I'm just gonna say as I write it down. So I'm gonna start from the top. So I got Mario Kart Wii top, then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, then Double Dash, and then the original Mario Kart 8, and then DS, then 7, then 64, and then hang on a minute, Mario Kart DS 64, and then probably Mario Kart 2 after that, then Super Circuit and SNES. I think that's all of them. Yeah.
What do you think, Ambience?
Okay, so I would say Super Mario Kart is definitely at the bottom. I think we can all agree on that. I think Super Circuit is probably just above it. It is definitely a huge step up, but I think it's probably second worst in my opinion. Then I would say Tour, then 64, then Double Dash, then 7, then 8, then DS, and then Wii. And I think that's all of them.
Yeah. 8 Deluxe, I assume, where would that go?
8 Deluxe, yeah. I'm just combining it into one title.
All right, no bother. Yeah, I think we all got the bottom 3 the exact same. I think that's pretty universally agreed on, though. So yeah, I think that closes it off on Mario Kart, unless anyone else wants to say anything.
No, I think we've got everything covered.
Yeah, we definitely got everything covered. We spent a very long time talking about that, so I'm just going to save my topic for next week, or next podcast, rather.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
That's okay. I had no idea what I was going to say anyway, honestly. I just came up with the topic like 15 minutes before we started recording.
Yeah, honestly, I think all of us did, to be honest with you. So, yeah, it was definitely a weird one. But, yeah, guys, it's funny, like, I was thinking, oh, yeah, this podcast is going to be short. But honestly, it's the longest one that we've ever done.
It's like an hour and 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, because like we spent like just under an hour. Well, it's probably like hitting an hour now to talk about Mario Kart, which honestly I'm fine with. You know, that's what podcast is all about. So I've got no complaints about that. So so next week, well, I say next week, but in 2 weeks, Ambience, we will stop with your topic. I think that'll be fair, and then we'll go from there. So thank you everybody for tuning in for this week's podcast. We hope you all did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. If you're new and you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. Also tell your friends if they are also interested in podcasts and gaming in general. Everybody's channels will be linked down below in the description. Also, the videos which we've plugged will also be down below in the description as well. Thank you guys for coming along once again. It's been another great episode, I think.
Thank you. I had loads of fun.
Lots of fun, yeah.
So, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all next time.